All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Berserk, episode 24. Wow. We are in a full-on Behelit reality marble.
Basically.
Like, freaking... Blah. And, like, demon monster things are just portaling in with a blink of an eye, basically. And Griffith is surrounded, and everything's going to crap. And Guts is screaming Griffith's name, coming in probably with his big fucking sword to just go berserk on anything that comes near him.
Yeah,
I'm hyped, dude. I'm freaking hyped. Like
I've been waiting for this part.
The thing I want to have happen though is if like, okay, I know they really care about Griffith because he is their leader. He's the reason why they're all here. They're all together and stuff. But I want someone practical like Judo to like
do some like Joestar secret technique stuff, you know?
Yeah. Run away! Like, can we have someone survive this that's not Guts? Like, that's the thing that like I really want. I want Casca to survive.
Of course, yeah.
Of course. I would love if some more named characters survived. But like if they want to use this as a way to build up kind of the dramatic tension and stuff and have some named characters die and stuff, that's fine. Just please let Casca live. Like please. I really want like Judo actually to just go over and pop her on the head and just drag her away. Like,
sorry, sis.
Like sorry. This guy has plot armor. We don't. Like, GTFO. Like, let's go.
It feels like the Hound's line of, I'll tell you why Marin Trant won. Because Marin Trant had armor and a big effing sword.
Yeah. But guys, things are gonna go down. Things are gonna be crazy. Things are gonna be dark. Things are gonna be crazy. I'm hyped. I feel like we're going to get basically Guts just like standing his ground
in a pool of
blood and corpses, and there will be like beings of like pure malevolence just being like, you dare stand in the way of fate, and he's just like, bitch, come at me. Like that's going to be basically like what goes down. I'm just like, let's go, guys. Without further ado, let's get into it. Yeah, maybe there is no escape. Oh my gosh. The grasses didn't work, Jacob. Everything is wrong.
We haven't put them on yet.
No, we can't. It doesn't matter. I tried. I put them on. It did nothing. Everything is wrong.
But every mother will show you another way.
Oh my gosh.
Weather changes the phrase. Every mother will show you another way. So put your glasses on. Nothing will be wrong.
It's a lie. It's a lie.
Fame. It's up to you. The first words should be found.
This opening just doesn't fit anymore.
What holds you back? I'm afraid. Tell me why.
It's more like a memoir to like.
Don't know why.
Yeah.
Too late. It's
too late. Yes, it's too late. Exactly. Yes. Basically. Yeah. Oh, they're animated. Oh. Why are the horses not freaked out yet? Calm down! Yeah, how the hell are we gonna do that? Good job, Casca. Forget about what you can't understand. Yes, exactly. Oh. Yeah, screw that. Screw that thing. Yep. Oh. No. Oh, no. Oh, crap. Those four, yeah. The ones in the block thing and the... Oh, crap. What? Oh, this is going full Ava. This is going full Ava. Yep. Basically. What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh! Oh, gross! Oh my gosh. What the heck? Oh, wow. Wow, that is cool. No, that's terrifying, but that is cool. Oh! What the heck? It's like a lich, basically, like an 80s villain lich with like full on, like, you know, look at me, I'm edgy and evil. It's the narrator. Well, that's a little meta. No, thank you. No. The laws of causality. Whoa. Yeah, explain that. Explain that. Yes! Exactly! Yeah! Oh no. Oh no.
そのシンクのベヘリットを手にした瞬間からお前は魔王になる資格を得ていたのさ。その資格があったからこそそれを手にしたというべきかな。に集まったすべての人たちがベヘリットによってあるべき姿を手に入れたのだから。
Oh no.
それじゃまさかこいつらすべてが。そしてお前の手にしているベヘリット。
我ら守護天使ことができる者のみが手にするシンクのベヘリット。あなたたちは天使子大切な生き物。
No, 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 no.
Roll for initiative.
Yeah, seriously. Oh. Oh god. Wow. This is. Oh no.
グリフィスを変えちまうだと命と引き換えに。
誰があなたたちを生贄に捧げる。
Wait.
そんなわけねえ。そんなわけが。手は因果の流れの中。
Oh, mankind has no control even over his own will. No way.
なんだ。
Okay. Oh, and his brain. Oh, yeah. Yeah, guts. You do this. Oh, and it's a hand. The god hand. Yeah, get up there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, 4 fingers and we're missing someone. Oh, come on. We're gonna screw with his head even more. It's in some kind of Twilight Zone alternate reality, right? That's why no one else is there. Yeah, and she gives him the behelit. The Wheel of Time. What? What the hell? What the hell? Oh, no. Oh. Oh, the symbolism. Oh. Wait. The kid did. Yeah.
僕も一緒に連れてってよ。これあげるからさ。ねえ、頑張るからさ。いいでしょ。ダメだよ。できないんだ。だって君。
Yeah, you're already dead.
もう死んでるんだもん。
一緒に連れて行ってくれよ。俺たちあんたと戦いたいんだ。あんたの作る国。
ダメなんだ。連れて行けないよ。来ていないから。だからもうあのお城には
Oh.
ごめんよ。
ついてきてこうなったんだ。あんたがあそこへ行くなんて言い出さなきゃこんなことになりはしなかったんだよ。
Wow.
そんな。
Wow.
僕は誰にも。
なんて言い草だい。ここまで歩いてこれたのは誰のおかげだと思ってが通ってきた道はあの子たちの屍ででき、それだけじゃない。あの子たちがさらにその何倍もの屍を増やしてくれたおかげでここまで来ることができたんだ。で進もうと思ったらもっとたくさんの屍を積み上げなく
Oh
ちゃ
my
いけない。
gosh. This is so sick and twisted, but it's there's an element of truth in this.
Right, and that's what makes it so twisted.
But is this an actual physical memory, or is this some kind of?
No, this isn't a memory because the kid from later was dead. And
I know, but
that.
he encountered a woman with, because he had to get the behelit. Remember, there's an old woman.
There's probably elements that are all tied in by the truth.
ここはそんなに甘いところじゃないんだよ。
知ってて。
今さら何言ってんだよ。
Oh no way!
これがお前の夢につながる道なんだ。
Using that, wow, that's
そう
a
信じて
low
る。
blow.
何言ってやがる。今さら。
もうそうするしかない。
あんたがそうなってしまう前に積み上げるんだ。
後悔して何になる。
Whoa.
罪を悔やんで何になる。死者へ何が言えるんでしまえば全て終わってしまうから。
I love how he's intertwining destiny in his choice,
お前だ。
saying that he chose this path, and that's my destined goal
幻な
now.
どではない。それはお前の意識界における真実を目指し
Reality in his
板だけに
consciousness?
屍を積み続けるそれがお前だ。もない名もなき屍の上をお前は踏みしだいてきた。
Oh my
ただ
god.
一つの思いがゆえに。
そして今あなたの路地裏の道はトンネにあなたに残された最後のも。たとえ今は絶望に打ちひしがれていてもあなたを温かく迎え入れてくれるで。あなたは生きていけ。ついた身を彼らに委ね
No, not Casca. No.
全てを過去に変えて
No.
夢の残骸に埋もれ。
And watch, Guts is gonna be surviving because he's gonna be at the top when the whole thing goes down. And
人の作りし
that's why he's gonna live.
お前の目にあの城が何よりも眩しいのならお前に残された全てを捧げる。
Oh, that's the
さす
brand.
が頂き
Mhm.
より天に飛び立つ漆黒の翼を授からん。
That's the brand.
もてあそぶが断りなら人の子が魔をもって運命に対峙するはいいん。
Oh, he's here. He's here.
Yep.
そう何千の仲間何万の敵の中ただ一人
That
俺
was
に夢を忘れさせた。
Wait. Did he do it?
今結ばれた。
But his guts.
来たれ。
Oh god. No. That's right. He had one too. Oh no. Okay, but they're not like just dropping dead or something. It's probably like, okay, now the monsters will come to eat them, and then they should be like, ah. Okay. Now, how the hell is Guts alive after this? Like, how? Like, cause. Okay. Okay, so Guts will just fight them off, I guess. Wait, how is there even more after this? Like Like he's gonna have to like convince Griffith. He's gonna have like to break the thing over his head, right? Like
so long. I'm waiting so long.
Okay. The surprising thing, Jacob, is I don't think I have actually that much to discuss. Like, because they were so detailed in like all the specific things of these four transcendent demon beings or whatever. The
four members of the godhand.
Okay, that's what they're called?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Guts survives this?
Funny how you're like, okay, so Guts is okay, and he'll help everyone else, and now you're like,
Yeah, I think the one thing we have going for this is that they gave Griffith a choice, and Griffith chose.
Yep.
So I guess this is where the whole Griffith did nothing wrong thing came from. Like basically he was toyed with, he was manipulated, he was he was abused, he chose it though.
He did.
So that's the thing. Yeah. Of course he chose it. Like he had to have him do it because this is the thing about this whole laws of causality thing that I just love. I love this is that it's hypocrisy actually. The laws of causality are laws. Human beings do not have any then influence over causality. Causality just is. That's how it has to work. Otherwise, then the laws are pretty flimsy and weak, and humans can just do that.
Right. It's the whole idea of if everything was set in stone, then humanity really would have no control of anything.
But then at this moment, they're like, you have a choice. Which is actually not meaning that Griffith has a choice. They know what he's going to do because it's causality. It will go a specific way. But what they're actually saying is that you need to be the one that wants this. So it's about desire. It has nothing to do with causality or free will. It's about desire. And they were asking, does this castle, does this image, does this dream still hold fruit? Does it hold a bearing in your soul?
Yep.
And it did. And Griffith desired it more than the Band of the Hawk. Now, here's the thing.
They always were sort of
here's the thing.
A ladder to get there.
Here's the thing. Guts represents basically the
chaos.
The chaos of free will. Which is basically proof that the laws of causality are not final.
Right.
Now, it's even more so proved by the fact that we know Guts somehow survives this.
Right.
Unless that was all just like, haha, gotcha. Like, Psyche is actually dead. Like, none of that meant anything. That was all a lie. You've been tricked. Woohoo, Berserk. Right. Yeah. No. Guts survives somehow. And my only like belief in the Guts surviving is this is actually a little bit of a darker way that it goes, is that there's a reason why Guts is haunted in the first episode. And the thing is, it has nothing to do with physical death. I think that the way that Guts will essentially survive this is in the same way that a lot of the others will survive this. And it's not going to be that they're going to die here. It's just that they're destined to die now. Like, they will die. And it's like by a specific time or like by a specific whatever. Like maybe they're cursed to now basically turn into, demons as well. But like lesser ones or what have you. Maybe like once their minds are just, overrun by the madness. Like that's probably what would be really sick, is that madness sets in on all of them. The brand basically like puts them under the mental domination of the brain narrator guy.
Yeah.
It's so meta to have the guy that's waxing on about causality be the narrator and the main bad guy. Like, I'm guessing that the four of them are more or less equals, but also the one guy there's the narrator is also kind of their leader. He was on the thumb.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And there's specifically the index finger that was left open for Griffith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
this is basically like this whole thing is basically just the birth of like a villain, or not even a villain, just like a fallen hero. Like,
well, one of the
this
things,
whole thing is basically just the build up to Griffith's origin story through whatever comes next in the manga.
I mean, that is a way to look at it.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So basically like the whole thing, even like the going full Ava, like Gynax kind of just crazy, like, you know, whatever, is not that, you know, the planets aligned every 216 years for the banquet of the Battlet and the godhand and whatever, and blood will be shed and sacrifices and yes, all that. No, it's that it's that they're basically culling someone, or maybe not even really someone, but a group, to become more of their number. So So if anything, I feel like if Berserk wants to do this, they can. I don't know if they're going to, but like Berserk end up kind of breaking some of their own like
laws of causality.
All laws of causality in some very clever ways. Meaning that, okay, so you have Guts, and he's close-ish to Griffith. He just starts hacking. And trying to just destroy this thing and get to Griffith, you know?
Sure. Okay.
And by doing that, he kind of, you know, makes it through this okay or whatever. But I think by the very nature of these beings existing, they're not eternal.
Right, because they said that they came from the super Behelits, right? The little creatures were from other Behelits, whatever. Yeah. They were from, you know, the big Kahuna Behelits.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. Like Egg of the Kings or whatever.
Yeah.
So like there's more of those like that, or like there's others like that, and this is like a super special one. So right. maybe what's more so going to be a thing is that, wow, this guy who's the thumb is a big deal. Whenever I think about the index finger, that's kind of the most important finger.
Yeah, pointing.
So we could be seeing Griffith essentially supplant them, and he would end up then being a king.
The demon king, as they
said, a demon king, not a king of man or humans, but a king of like the Grimdark, basically. Like what the actual
of all that is unholy, like yeah.
I'm just trying to think about like how Griffith and Guts even like
what even happens
now. What even happens now? Is there any story left? Like the it's over.
I guess we'll have to see.
It's over. Like, is this going to be a thing of where like Guts and Griffith will fight, and like Griffith will just destroy him and stuff, and then he'll just kind of be like, you know, I don't want you to die yet. And then he like changes the properties of the brand to
or he just tells them like, let this one go.
Let this one go, yeah. And God, that's the other thing. Then Casca's gonna die, and it's gonna suck because she wasn't in the first episode.
She was not.
Oh, so like okay. I think I'm now in my head. I'm rationaling out that everybody's gonna die. Like basically everybody's gonna die. Guts is gonna, but like okay. So I think the hope is that what it'll be about the dual nature of Griffith, and that's why there are probably people that say Griffith did nothing wrong.
Sure,
is that Griffith is going to be like in there, you know, he's going to be like him, and the man that led the band of the Hawk is in there.
Gotcha.
And his dream essentially is that thing that will kind of become kind of his secondary nature. And it'll be more of this thing of like Guts has to like get to the Griffith like
gotcha,
like internally, and then that that act of free will, that act of breaking through the causality laws that are trying to
the 1% divergence barrier
exactly is enough to save at the very least Guts, but hopefully he can save others.
Yeah. So this episode. There's
a lot of expositing. I was really surprised that we didn't get a fight. It was more so like, all right, we are the gods. Now we shall determine everything from here on out. Who cares about your choices? It's really the most FU thing that a DM or a GM can do in a tabletop RPG.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you failed your perception check. Now the Grimdark come and everything was horrible and you'll all die horribly.
It's like, wow, that's a great transition. If you look back, I've been foreshadowing this. Like, come on.
Yeah, and basically they'll just have a thing where it's like, all right, and one of your party can become one of us if you sacrifice everyone else. And the one person
and the rogue immediately raises their hand.
Like, yep, I volunteer as tribute. Like, I will totally kill these fools. I get to keep all my gear and equipment, right?
I get their gear too, right?
Yeah. Good grief.
Like,
the thing about Griffith is I feel like they've built it up so well that I understand why he's sacrificing them. I understand why he's doing it. Right. I am really okay. I am really confused now about Griffith's origins, though. Now, this is the thing that I feel like they don't even need to go into, but Griffith is one of their kin. Why can they say that?
Well, if they were originally humans.
But that's the thing. If they were originally humans, then all of them are kin. All of them are kin with these guys.
So maybe they're saying, he's kin because he was one of the people that had the potential to actually do the things and go the distance and stuff.
No. I'm thinking about some, muckery. I'm thinking about, some,
he has demon blood in him kind of a thing?
Some demon impregnation, some really... Because that's the thing. So what generally in these kinds of fantasy stories, when you talk about causality and how evil... the side of evil always has things fated to go in a specific direction for them. What it really is if we go back and we trace back to the origins of this evil thing, they got kind of fed up with causality. And they got pissed off enough about causality not working for them, and they're like, I'm going to make a choice so that causality can work for me.
And in fact, almost always will work for me.
Always, yes. And I think that choice, or whatever that was, started this whole chain of events. And, whether or not they need to go full Silmarillion, that's not really important. The idea is that at least 216 years ago is relevant, because there was another time that this happened.
Sure.
And it was probably one of the other
four.
Other four, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's probably something where this has been happening over the course of, I guess,
a long
1,000+ years.
At least for these four. One of the things that I also really think holds weight here is that those four beings are probably not almighty. They are probably not all powerful.
I mean, if they came from the Behalites, then the question is, where did the Behalites come from?
Where did the Behalites come from? Yes, the Behalites are kind of a tier above them in terms of connection to almighty power, to omnipotence, essentially.
Right.
So if we go based on that, I would say that these four, any one of them can die. Now, what is needed...
If it has hit points, we can kill it.
If it has hit points, we can kill it. Exactly. Yeah. So while they might be, with a CR or whatever of
they're the beyond level 20s.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But the thing is, another beyond level 20 is just needed. That's all.
Right. Or some near level 20s that play their cards right.
Right.
And have enough
I almost think that their greatest threat is probably going to be Griffith.
Oh yeah.
Griffith's going to come in and he's going to
shake things up,
be ambitious, just be himself.
Hey, sure.
And that's
they are offering him the kingpin spot. So that probably helps.
Yeah. What I feel like it more is it's more of a compounding thing. Whereas he's the most recent one, and he was given the Crimson Behelit of the godhand, a special one, the egg of the king. and it's like, okay, so you're going to be special and stuff, but I could see like maybe one of Griffith's first acts to just go up to the guy with the brain head skull thing or whatever and just grab him, just break his neck, and be like,
Griffith would need to get
now.
A little bit bigger in order for that to work.
Well, no. Like, the thought is that Griffith is going to have a transformation of sorts. He's not going to be this gaunt little thing. Like,
that would be kind of weird.
Because the thing is, these people were humans.
Yep.
They were humans. Like, that's the thing that makes this, I think, so much more interesting, is that there's some kind of transformation that happens. Right. It's probably the Behelit.
Become a magical girl.
Hey, I mean, my original theory was that the Behelit was eventually going to... The reason why the face was off was because it was going to essentially take the face of the user.
Oh.
So essentially it was going to go up and just kind of go... And transform and, like, become them. Like, basically they were going to fuse with the person.
Right.
So that's what I think the Behelits of these individuals were, is that one of them even kind of looks like a Behelit. Little floating ball head, like,
yeah.
Like, that thing. Like drop, pump, kick it over, like, the ocean. Anyway, but okay, so help me out here. Like, what are some of the big things that, like, need to be addressed? Like,
well, everyone was kind of freaking out, but Casca managed to rope them in and
Casca,
and get them
Casca, thank you.
All right, let's do what we always do: form up battle lines and like get in formation, and we'll figure this out.
Like, we never even got to know Pippin. Like, he's just gonna die.
I mean,
like,
they might be okay.
This guy. Oh, this guy. Oh, you like, I don't even know if you're telling the truth or not. Like, this guy's too good. Like,
yeah. And then here's another thing, and this is right. I do know this fact. This isn't another studio mix up, but studio. I think I told you this before, but the studio that did Berserk, this show, also did Pokemon.
And that holds relevance. How?
Oh, just the
red
sick
Pokeballs
irony.
and the
well, sure.
Yeah, it's
gotta
total
catch
connection.
'em all.
Yeah.
But
okay. Yeah. So thank you for bringing that up. But basically, the big thing was all the exposition.
Yep.
So Griffith was chosen just as much as he was kind of. I almost want to say Griffith was like planted. Like, I can't shake the feeling
that's what it's like. That's what they seem to be insinuating at the very least, right?
Well, right. But I don't think that they can have their, every 216 years thing, and like have it be a thing where a human being will just be born
every 216 years.
No.
Do that, or...
Well, okay, sure, yeah, every 216 years, but stagger it back.
Right, exactly.
So they grow up when they...
Right. Because the big question is that anytime you have beings that seem to be transcendent, appear all powerful or whatever, the question is how can you have them actually try to do something? Because then the question is, one, why haven't they done that already? And why should there be something that they need to do? The whole idea of, Zod talking about the devils descending and all that stuff and, and all that jazz. If they're really, all that powerful, why do they need to do stuff like that? The fact that there's even a reason for the devils to descend or whatever is kind of telling, right? Because once you get to the point where you're some immortal extraplanar creature or however it all works, right? Well, why bother with the mortal plane?
Right.
What is there for you? Well, like, what do you have to gain? Especially if being there could actually theoretically put you at risk, because then you're existing in the realm of physics or something like that.
Right. My initial thought is that there is a war going on. And the main reason why people take risks for the gaining of power is because they're in some sort of a conflict. They have a goal of their own that they can't attain currently, so they need to make sacrifices in order to build a bridge to their goal. You see the insinuations of what I'm going through here.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that the godhand, the group there, whatever, like, they are basically the... What?
they have a raid they're wanting to do, and they're like, we
They
need
do.
one more
They
person.
do. They basically do. I think they're trying to grasp God. I think it's
like God themselves.
Yeah. They are not gods. Like
right. Yeah. They call themselves.
They are
like,
little liches. They are little
yeah.
liches playing with power.
Right.
Trying to manipulate the laws of nature to their own advantage, and they're setting up mini rituals over the course of time to gain power so that they can grasp something. It's in their image.
It's the anime thing of reaching up to the sun. Yeah, the hand and all that stuff. And I they literally called themselves the godhand. Like
right. I think that the cool thing about that is that insinuates that they are not the strongest force in the universe. They are as much subject to the laws of causality as the humans are.
So Guts needs to become some sort of winged holy avenger like thing that will
Guts needs to basically like imbibe as much of them as he can without becoming one of them, and then just freaking destroy everything he can.
Hey, I want to sacrifice Griffith.
Funny joke? No, but seriously, like I think there could be a Deus Ex Machina kind of thing to come in and basically like...
I mean, there is one more episode.
There's one more episode to basically come in and give some shred of hope for this whole thing.
Night is darkest just before the dawn.
Yeah, but unfortunately the fact that the manga exists means I know there's hope. Like, there's hope. Mm-hmm. The thing is that even knowing that, there is no real limit to what they can do to my fragile heart just like by like deciding to have one more episode, because Griffith is a mixed bag right now. I don't know what his next move would be. I think he's just as likely to really like go up there and kill that guy. Like, let's say, okay, let's project ourselves into the future a little bit.
Yeah,
Griffith says yes. All right. Horrible things happen.
Right.
Maybe it's not that the brand like put some death curse on them.
Yeah.
It's that now the other demons
basically they're on the scent.
Yeah,
like,
they can go and kill them. They're marked for death.
Oh yeah. So in Dark Souls,
the
hunter's mark looks almost exactly like the brand.
Awesome. Yeah. Cool. So, I know there's a lot of Dark Souls crossover.
But that's just one of those things where it's like,
But specifically with the brand thing, what it might be is just that like certain members, including Guts, they just survive the night. And the 4 members or whatever, they do not care about, what happens to them. Like necessarily, it was just the choice.
Gotcha.
It was just that Griffith needed to will it to exist. He needed to desire it.
Sure.
And maybe then Guts, this is going to be the Berserk moment. This is going to be the moment where Guts basically just starts carving everything. And it's why the plot needed him to have his big freaking sword so that he could actually kill some of these things.
Show him going up against 100 soldiers by himself and surviving.
Yeah, now he needs to go up against, 500, monster Zod things.
Demon things.
Yeah, 500 Zods basically.
Right. It's the Yeah. It's like when the DM starts smiling,
When the DM reveals that the narrator was the villain, that's basically saying like the DM is the raid boss. You're just like, what?
Yeah.
No, that's just not fair. Screw you and all your stupid rules. I'm looking in the book. This can't be.
Yeah. There's no.
But then the DM just shows like, I have all the books. Like, what are you gonna do?
I am the books.
What's a king to a god?
Yeah. I mean, but the Guts here is our resident non-believer.
That's true. That's true. That's so true, Jacob. Well said.
I mean.
Oh man. So okay. So this is that we forgot to do the projecting into the future thing. Yeah. Griffith then is imbued with the power from on high, the same stuff or whatever that they got.
Sure.
and he ascends, and there's like a beautiful butterfly sequence. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And
Because
it's
you
just
have to be a butterfly.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just gonna be like Griffith will be like completely like taken away. Like my worry more so than anything is that like on some level like Griffith will still be there, and like it will be him. I want there to be a transformation. I want there to be a moment where he goes gaunt and he goes full lich and his teeth, like his cheeks pull back, and he like maybe the helmet thing is revealed, like, and it like lasts off, and you see basically the just
what
the
his
battered
face
looks like, and then it like the bellet like just swarms, and he just starts fusing and changing, he's screaming, and it's all like blood everywhere. But like my worry is that doesn't happen. And Griffith becomes some demigod, but it is Griffith. Like, it's not like them controlling his mind, or it's not like something like the Behelit has its own will and it controls his mind or something. It's just Griffith.
I mean, they did say
he's
we want
broken,
it to be your
he's
choice
sad,
and
he's insane, he's like, he's just broken, basically. And that Griffith, I think, is the one that is either going to do horrible things to himself, horrible things to one of the godhand, as basically just a demonstration of his power.
Sure, okay.
Or the third one, he's going to do horrible things to the band of the Hawk.
Kind of like a thing of, you thought you could control me in my life? Kills one of them, kind of a thing.
I just had a really good idea. Like,
what?
I think this is a good idea. Griffith is going to call the demons and be like, stop. They're mine. And then he comes down with this new used sword, and this is where it goes really dark. He goes around killing all the Band of the Hawk, like personally, and it's the kind of thing where he could be controlled, but it's still Griffith, in there doing part of this, and that's why it's just so messed up. But that's how we can have it be a personal one-on-one ending. Is that Guts and Griffith will square off, and Guts will maybe have like some of them, behind him and stuff, and he'd be like, back up, whatever you are, like, you're not Griffith, you're something else. And he's just gonna be like, Guts, it's me. And he's gonna be like, what? And then he goes and like either mortally wounds Guts, he goes and kills everyone else and whatever, and basically maybe he just leaves Guts for dead, like, because Guts has to live. That's the thing. Guts has to live, and I think it's gonna be Griffith's
or at least
choice
he has
that
to not
lives.
die when he gets killed.
Yeah, Guts is going to awaken his latent abilities or something. No, please no. If Guts becomes some kind of like, but see, fate, maybe there'll be a yin and yang. That's why you were here, Guts. Like, no.
Yeah, no. That's certainly not what it seemed to showcase in the first episode.
No.
Guts was very much a person. He could get hurt. He could.
I mean, Guts does have a lot of fate, though, surrounding his existence. It's something that can't be ignored. The fact that he survived the whole thing with Gambino is like, okay, that's a little bit of luck, a little bit of skill. Okay, that's good. But then the wolves thing happened, and it's just like,
sure.
What kind of what kind of angry god is out there trying to just ruin this kid's life?
Fate. F all the evil.
What?
I don't know. Like, I was just trying to come up with, you were saying Guts is all about fate, and I'm like, well, what is a way to like describe him sort of going on his berserk thing against, against Griffith and and all that.
No, I was
meaning
that Guts isn't all about fate. It's that fate has its hand on Guts' life, and it's the kind of thing that I think fate isolated him intentionally so that he could get into a place where he would be, with the Band of the Hawk.
Well, here's another thing that's kind of crazy. If the God Hand orchestrated all the stuff that happened, right? Then could Guts be an accessory that was necessary, like basically an effective tool to get Griffith to the point where this could happen?
I think that it's both. It's both. That's the thing that's twisted about fate, is they'll call it fate because it's outside their understanding. But that's the thing, is that all you really have to have is a little bit of omniscience, a little bit of crazy, power, and you can just move things, just move things in a specific way. It's not fate. Yeah. You just have a higher form of will.
It's just your Keikaku, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Good at it,
That's the thing of where, oftentimes people, when they, get into, religion or something like that, they have to reconcile that whole question of free will,
right,
or, choice, or free will or fate or something like that, or destiny or choice or whatever, because it's like, if you think that, a transcendental being, is or some kind of law governs, all of this, then you have to ask the question of, what are they doing with all that, governing power?
Right. Why is all the crazy stuff that happens, why does that still happen?
Right. Or if my choice ever conflicts with that thing's choice,
what happens? Yeah.
Who knows? And these are just the annoying questions that human beings, we tend to just are like, that's not relevant because it doesn't really, regardless of what the answer would be, it doesn't matter even if there was some kind of, transcendental being controlling all this. But in Guts' world, in the world of Berserk, no, we have semi-powerful beings that are just like mucking with people just because, like, reasons. So
here's my question.
This is
before the previous episode.
Yes.
There was really, there was all the foreshadowing with Zod and everything, and the Eclipse, and I guess even before the previous episode, we saw the whole bit with Rickert and, and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
But in the earlier parts of the show, what percentage of chance would you have given this happening?
Oh, this scenario?
Yeah.
This specific scenario? 0. Yeah. Like, I was thinking that we were more or less getting something of where the conflict of the dreams of Griffith and Guts would just be, causing them to split. Oh. And that split with the snow and the sword fight and stuff I thought was perfect because it kept things kind of personal. And it was like, I totally get with why both of them ended up going in these specific directions. So,
yeah. One of the things I have to give a shout out to from this episode, it's easy, I feel, to have it, get dropped by the wayside because of all the other craziness that happened.
Right.
But that shot where they're talking about Guts and then they show Griffith and Guts standing side by side with their weapons. And it's he was the only one.
Yeah.
That made you take your eyes off your dream.
No. Griffith was speaking it. First person.
That's right.
He was saying you were the only person that made me forget my dream.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow. But notice in the image, at that point, they were equals.
Yeah.
They were, it was
sure.
That's just one of those things that I think is,
you're extrapolating out.
Yeah, because back
because you're not that far ahead of me. You only know one more episode's worth of content.
But if you think back to the fountain conversation, right?
Okay.
And that whole deal and everything, they constantly use this imagery of people looking up, right? They still use that with they use that with Griffith a lot too, looking up to the castle, looking up to his idealized version of himself, the sky. But a lot of the times it would be Guts or Casca or everyone else looking up at Griffith, right?
Sure.
And the fact that in that shot, from Griffith's own internal, thoughts, they were right on the same level.
Oh, gotcha.
So,
sure.
I just think that's really cool.
Yeah, that might be why he lets him survive. Is he's like, and you are my equal, so I respect you, but you have to survive all these demons. But I will not. I will not will that you die, because that's the thing. I don't think that it's going to be just some kind of kill spell.
Right. It's not. It's not going to be some power word kill where it's just like, all right, we command you to die. Right. That
perfectly balanced. But all things should be.
But let's be real. Would that be traumatic enough?
Would that be traumatic enough?
If they all just fell over dead.
Oh, Jacob, I have a really messed up imagination. I have a really vivid imagination. Do you know how they could die? Marvel's like, ooh, dust. No, in Berserk, we could have them become Behelits. We could have them, we could have them turn themselves inside out, and their guts just explode everywhere.
Except for Guts, though.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. There are a million ways they could graphically horrify me and probably mildly traumatize me with just a power word kill kind of thing. You know, like very, very easily. I am not that disturbed by gore and stuff. It's more of the body mutilation stuff.
Sure.
Like if someone explodes, like what was it? What was that? The amazing movie of anime that everyone should watch about the psychics and telekinesis and Akira.
Oh yeah.
That stuff grosses me out. But because it goes so ridiculous towards the end and stuff, I'm able to just be like, yeah, that's gross. But if they tried to keep it and have it some semblance of humanity,
where you
stuff,
can still like recognize that is a person right there.
Right, that stuff like literally makes me sick. I can throw up. Like, so I'm a little bit worried about that, but I'm more so thinking that this is just going to be an instance of kind of like, it seems like you're pointing me in the direction of, is that the demon things are just going to go and just eat them. It's just going to be a whole lot of chomping.
I mean, they did call it a feast.
Yep.
A banquet.
There's that. A banquet.
Yep.
A festival, even. And I think it's going to be them just kind of sipping tea at the top and like, oh yes, these ones are there. Yes.
Hey,
what will our plans be? Yes, for taking God. Yes.
We got an anime festival episode.
Screw you. Like, screw you and your bad jokes. Like,
I know, they're terrible. I shouldn't be making them.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm actually I've gotten my composure back. I think I'm a little bit positive now because Guts is gonna live. I think if Guts is gonna live, then I think Casca. Oh no! I thought now I'm depressed again. No. Casca's probably gonna die, and it's gonna be that thing that's gonna be just I don't know.
Have to see you in the next episode.
Let's wait to the next episode. But guys, if you want to see the final episode reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there. And all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us about stories, non-spoilery Berserk stuff,
right,
or whatever. And if that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.